What up, y'all? So in this video, let's get masked up real quick, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget to wear protection. We're going to be doing this yard right here. It is a $100 job. It's going to be a mow and just cutting out this already dead shrub that's really tiny. I used to do his yard every 2 weeks for a couple years, but then he honestly just ghosted me. And then he hit me back up. I'll just show the text message, and he said, hey, I need my yard mowed. So I guess he started mowing it himself or whatever. I don't know, but the price is right. I'm here now. He said 100. I said, let me see it first, which is important because I don't want to just say yes to anything. But it looked good, so I was like, all right, and now I'm here. So let's do it. Let's see how long this takes me. Hopefully you should take around 30 minutes because it's not a lot of work, and let's get started. Okay. I can't even make that up. That really just happened like that. Alright. So that was $50 worth of work right there. And the point is, I'm not saying every job will be this smooth or easy. In fact, I think a lot of jobs will be tougher than this. But this is just a job, and this one happens to be really good. So when you're doing it like this, you get a whole array of awesome and shitty experiences. But ultimately, the positives outweigh the negatives, and it all works out if you do a good job and you value your time and your money and you know how to frame a quote. I was debating just doing a voiceover for this entire 40-minute video, and I was thinking, nah, that's way too long. I'll just do raw audio footage for the whole 40 minutes. But I'll probably just narrate it while I'm mowing right now, and then we'll just see how far it goes. So right here, I was playing with the height. So whenever people ask me about what height do you mow, it totally depends on the yard. They're absolutely always different. So this one, I usually mow this yard at 2.5 inches. So at first I tried to just go with 2.5 inches to see if it would cut through it.
but I realized it was too thick. So then I raised it up to 3.5 inches, and then I mowed the whole yard at 3.5, and then I think I went down to 3 after, and I just did a second mow with the 3, and that's how I got it done. So whenever it comes to the height in your mower, I think you should never ever kill it to where it completely dies. I think that's terrible and bad for the mower. You should obviously always be careful, and you shouldn't let it bog down. Instead, if it starts to bog down, then either take a step back, let it unclog itself, or raise the mower height, or open the chute or something. But it's okay for it to get bogged down, as long as you don't do it continuously over and over. If it gets bogged down, it's just telling you that you don't have the right mower at the right height. Either you need to get a stronger mower, or you need to maybe cut it a little bit higher first, or you could even weed whack first, and then you can go mow over it after, right? So there's a bunch of ways you could do it, but me, I just started playing around with the height, and honestly, that's how I figured it out. I just figured out the height, and then a cool note you can do is whenever you finally do figure out the height for your yard, you might think that you can just remember, like, this one's 2.5, this one's 3.5, this one's 4, this one's 2.5. But under their context, whenever you're texting them, you should just put their height of the yard in their contact name. So you'll just see like Amy 3.5, or you'll see Susie 4 inches or something, whatever. So that's just a cool tip that way, because trust me, I try to remember and I think, oh yeah, I remember this one was 3.5, and I'll cut the first line and it'll either be too short or too tall, and it would just kind of like, oh shit, I should have known better. So that's just a little tip right there. What else? When it comes to mowing, I think maybe that was all I was gonna say, because I know you could hear the mower kind of having a harder time because it was pretty thick. I could probably sharpen my blades too. It's probably time for that, and maybe a tune-up as well. But still got the yard done. Still got it looking very nice, and still had a really good day. Okay, now you can see the grass a little bit better. There was one thing I wanted to talk about too. I think whenever you see like a little toy or debris in the yard, like, it's like real time, like super quick reflexes. If you ever see something in the yard, you might see me like pop the 2 wheels in the front up like really quickly, because I don't see the item in the ground until it's by my feet if I didn't catch it early on before I started. So I don't know, just like little tips like that. Just like, it's basically like my hands are just like ready to push down and make it clear any little, like a rock or a piece of wood or something. And when I start string trimming, I start walking backwards. You'll see that a lot. You know what? I kind of feel like I think I said everything that I need to say. Oh yeah, I'm still super grateful. Thank you all about the mask tip about wearing the gaiter. It's super helpful. No cap, I should have done a long time ago. Oh, I did it right there, I think. Oh, okay, so right there, boom. You can rewind that if you want to, but there was a damn piece of wood that I didn't see because it was underneath the grass until I got there, and last minute you saw me kind of like pop the mower up a little bit, and then I was able to move. I just picked up the twig and I spit it out of the way. So that kind of happened right there too. So that's just another thing too. If you ever see like a sewage hole or anything in the yard, just get ready. Like, you don't got to stop the blades every single time, but at least clear that motherfucker so that way you don't hit it and like mess up your blades or send it straight to the window or something. So I mowed the yard. I'm doing victory laps now, just making it all even. And I feel like this guy didn't mow his yard for like a year almost. It was so tall. I wonder what he's been doing. Oh yeah, so another thing to talk about this yard too. So earlier in the beginning of the video I was saying like 30 minutes if it's quick, but I honestly underestimated how tall it was. I knew it was overgrown, I just assumed off the price, but I didn't realize how tall it was going to be. I've never seen it this tall. So this actually isn't even one of my ideal yards either if you think about it or look at it, if you watch my other videos, because usually I'm in these newer subdivisions where it's all cookie cutter. There's no, like, that's like half the yard is like a big old landscape design. Like, there's a big rock bed where the playground is, and behind me is like another like little rock pond thingy that doesn't work. So this yard has a lot of trimming, a lot of weed whacking, and it's kind of a weird shape. And the front yard has a big bed in the middle of it with a tree and shrubs, and everything's kind of wild looking. So this yard actually takes me longer than my little cookie cutter new subdivisions. Even though this yard isn't that big, it's just a lot more technical and a lot more weed whacking. Like right here, this is all rock right here. So versus just mowing, it's just weed whacking and stuff. I'll probably turn it off right now because I'm saying something right here.
So again, I usually mow the backyard, mow the front yard, put the mower up, trim the backyard, trim the front yard, put the trimmer up. But for some reason, I think it's just easier just to do it all together. Back, finish, front, finish. So we're gonna do that.
Oh yeah, and also I want to acknowledge this right here because I think this is cool, or maybe I'm just crazy. But right here, look how fast I unlock it. Boom, 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 just like that right there. So I have my 4-digit padlocks. They're just one number off, so don't rob me if you know my code. But it's just one number that you need to twist, and then that way it makes it easy to unlock it with just one thumb roll, and then I just open it with like the same hand motion. So it's kind of crazy, but I don't know, just little things like that I think are interesting, and I just wanted to highlight that right there, just taking your shit off the rack super fast. Boom. And I'm gonna go ahead and roast myself right here. I don't know why I didn't get to get started with my first pool, and I feel like I just was short one timer of it, and there's just this awesome trash guy in the background doing his thing to help take away the focus from the fact that I can't start the trimmer yet. But I'm happy though because I'm alive.
inches one more time now. Victory lap mow. this way before you forget it. Because you will. Where are we at? 24 minutes. And what is that? A funeral? There's just 3 cops. That's kind of scary. Alright. What if they're looking for your boy? It was nice knowing y'all. They'll never catch me alive. It's so quiet right now. See, I'm not even listening to music. I just got earplugs in. I'm listening to my brain waves. I finally got a easy feed or easy spin head, but I ordered it. I don't know if I put it on wrong because it's kind of wobbly. You might have heard it earlier. I just had 2 trimmer heads before. I just had 2. One is the backup, one is the main one. I keep them both filled, but I like the easy feed. But I think I might have it on wrong, or I got a kind of cheap one. But so far, I like it. Oh yeah, I guess before I weed whack, I should edge. So let's do that real quick. And I'm gonna use the bladed edger. We're gonna put this guy right here. I'll show you how I edge around the car right there too. You just gotta stand behind it. So right there, I could have edged first so I could mow over all these edges, but instead I'm cleaning them up now. So you live and you learn. And next time, now that I did it wrong, I could do it right the next time. And that's what it's all about. Okay, let's finish. I'll just mow over it anyways. 20 seconds. I need to take pictures now, so I'm gonna switch up. Mr. Derp. Ta-da. La-da-da-da. La-da-da-da. La-da-da. See, that right there is not on the property line, so I want to touch it, but I don't. I won't because it's not the property line, but you could. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, just being honest. What would you do in that situation? Life or death? Maybe I'll just do it. Nah, I won't go do it. Nah, I'll do it, I guess, because I already acknowledged it. Hold up. Alright, well, that's that. So, yard's complete. To recap in that yard, got something on my face, whatever. $100, 40 minutes. I mean, it takes me a lot of time and energy to film and to move the camera. So I would say, like, if that was just me doing it without the camera, like, you could shave off, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. But just say 35, 40 minutes for that yard. Ooh, overgrown. I took the price over the phone. I feel like maybe I could have charged it a little bit higher, like 115 or so. But given how easy it was to remove the bush, it's not bad at all. So I'm not going to complain. But you should always be careful when agreeing to the customer's prices. This guy was always cool to me, even though he stopped using me after a couple of years. He was always cool when we did work together. So I was cool to give him that honorable price, and he's always quick to pay. He's right next to my house, like 5 minutes away, and maybe he'll start using me again, and if not, it's all good. But for everybody else coming in, it's bi-weekly only, and only the people that gave me a lot of money over the years am I more flexible like this. And I think that's just maybe the main point of this video. Be flexible with those who are deserving of it, but don't let people walk all over you as soon as you meet them. If someone was just calling me out of the blue on the first meeting, like, hey, come mow my yard, I'd tell them in 2 weeks I'll be there again. But they're like, no, let's skip this week, let's skip that week, and it's not even needed to skip because it's still growing. Then I would either just tell them, yes, you can stick with me, or no, I'm not going to do your yard like that. So that's my little rant. I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Have a great day, wear your seatbelt, and stay safe out there. MakeMoneyMowing.com, gang.